Okay, welcome back to Bounce Around Charleston. Have you ever wondered what happens in probate court and really what probate court is all about? Well, I have the right two people here today to tell us all about probate court. I have Judge Tamara Curry, president of the National College of Probate Judges, and she was elected from Charleston County. And I have Judge Irvin G. Condon, Charleston County probate judge. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
Oh, thank you. Probate court. Tell me exactly what's that all about.
Probate court, we have 3 divisions. We do estates, and we probate estates for families. We help them transfer their property when a loved one is passed to their family members. We do about 2,000 estates a year. And then we have a division that deals with involuntary commitments for alcohol and drug, which affects all of our families and mental illness. And we do about 1,800 of those cases a year at our courthouse. And then also we go to the MUSC Institute of Psychiatry, and then also to Palmetto Hospital, and also over to our Veterans Hospital. And we try to help families for individuals that will not get treatment. We have them to get treatment. And then we also handle guardianships and conservatorships and marriage licenses, the fun side.
Well, you know, some people thought that the only thing you all did was handle estates and wills, and when someone dies, everybody runs to your court to get things settled. But it's more to it than that, huh?
Yes, sir. It's and then we also have some problem-solving courts, and I'll let Judge Curry talk about those.
Okay, Judge.
So we handle an adult drug court, juvenile drug court, an adult mental health court, and starting in July, we will start an adult veterans court.
Explain that.
The Veterans Court. The Veterans Court will deal with those who are veterans and have criminal charges, nonviolent criminal charges, and so we will be handling veterans. Those individuals will be veterans.
So you really need to know law and what happens in order to deal with all of these different segments.
Yes, sir. And then we also go out in the community and we talk about estate planning. And as lawyers, we go out and explain the need to have a will, to have a health care power of attorney, to have a living will, which is a declaration of desire for natural death, and also to have a health care power of attorney. And there's other documents out there. There's some national documents, the 5 Wishes document, that allows people to express in their own terms how they want it to be treated at end-of-life issues.
Drug court. What happens in drug court?
With drug court, those individuals, again, have criminal charges, nonviolent felonies. Those individuals have to have drug and alcohol addictions. We have screenings. They have to be screened for their drug and alcohol addictions. Once they're screened, then there's a process to determine whether or not they're appropriate to come in. And if they are appropriate to come in, then they're seen weekly through the court. They're seen through testing with a counselor, and the process usually takes a year. Hopefully they're able to reconnect with their family and loved ones. They're required to test weekly. They're required to be employed and to work, and if successful, their charges are dismissed and go back out in the community and are successful.
We're trying to make them productive citizens and keep people out of prison. It's a disease of addiction, and it affects all families and all walks of life. And we're trying to make them productive citizens out of prison, out of jail, and return to our community and help others.
So it sounds to me that there's a lot of legal stuff going on. So you really need to understand the law.
You have to understand you need to understand the law to know specifically what got them into the problems legally, and then you need to hopefully keep them from doing the recidivism, the things that keep them doing the same things, the criminality that goes on with creating the same crime. So you do have to understand the law.
And what about with the mental health court?
With mental health court, you're trying to deal with the problem of why is it that they continue to do the same thing over and over, to deal. You're trying to, they're problem solving courts because you're trying to deal with the problem. Why is it that they continue to deal with the same thing? And what you're trying to do is to not incarcerate people by putting them in jail, but dealing with the problems.
So you're trying to find a better way for them.
A better way.
Mm-hmm. And so your court helps them find help.
Definitely. And those are courts that we added. We went down to Miami in order to get the drug court. It started down there in the early 90s. We started our court in the late 90s. We went to Seattle actually to get the mental health court. That was the first mental health court there. And these problem-solving courts help individuals in our community, again, of all walks of life. We don't need to put in prison everyone. We need to help those that have this disease called addiction.
So you're trying to help people not go to jail?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So if it's housing, if it's employment, if it's job skills, if it's educational issues, if it's health issues, then we're looking at the holistic person and dealing with what their needs are, and those are the things that we try to assist the individual with.
And we also have a juvenile drug court where we're trying to keep individuals in high school or completing their GED, and so that they can further their education to further their employment and not get wrapped up in the peer pressure that occurs here locally, and then they can be productive citizens.
So finally, how successful has these courts been?
They've been extremely successful. When you look at the percentage rate and the recidivism rate nationally, one of the reasons that they continue to have additional specialty courts is that they found that they are successful, and that's why you have juvenile drug courts and veterans courts and even tribal courts, because they found that they are extremely successful. You've had family drug courts, and so they're the wave of the future because they found incarceration is not the answer. That you've got to deal with the problem, and if you can deal with the problem, you find that people are more successful.
Okay, so people watching the show may want to know, okay, how can I get in contact with them? What do I need to do?
You can go to our website at charlestoncounty.org, and under there you can click on the probate court button or the probate judge button there, and you can go to our website and see the different programs. You can also go to a tab there that indicates estate planning, and you can download a checklist, you can download a sample will, and all the different estate planning documents. We're there to help people, but we do remind individuals that they need to go to an attorney to get their proper estate planning. Very important that they do that, but this just gives them a start and allows them to see information that's out there. And then they can look at our website at charlestoncounty.org and see the different programs that we have and see the different divisions, from the estate division to the commitment division to marriage license to our problem-solving courts.
Wow. Well, we want to thank you, Judge Condon, Judge Curry, for being here on Bounce Around Charleston today. And we're going to bring you all back because there's a lot of things we need to talk about, especially when you're talking about veterans, mental health, drugs. It's all in our community. And we want to bring you all back so we can further deal with these issues. Thank you for being on Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you for having me.
And we're always here to serve the community, and we're here to offer seminars if they're in need of our court or any of the judges to come out and provide seminars for the community. We're here.
We have 2 free seminars, and I've got 2 this week that I'm doing, so we're always here to help.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll be right back after this break.